chance.
No, not at all. That was my
intention. You used me as a
backup. There we go.
No.
Drag her!
Scene.
Come on, Natalie and Kyle.
Last second. And asked to marry him so badly.
Are you speaking for me? Are you telling me how I felt? I'm so confused.
No, I
told you what happened. So the fact that you're playing this
wait, why did you want the meeting?
What?
Why did you want the meeting?
But I did feel very.
No one put a gun in your head to do anything.
Blue.
Yeah, but no, 100%. I actually do take full ownership. I avoided a whole bunch.
I'm just saying what everyone's thinking at home.
This guy is delusional.
You don't like if I just shut up after the statement, right?
I think we'd all like if you just shut up and just.
No, please stop now.
Is a bunch of people that were so real in the beginning turn fake as fuck as we've gone through this.
You've been a famous fuck. You've been a famous person from the beginning.
I'm the realist, Jared. I say the facts. I keep it 100,
You've been
bro.
a famous since you started for all the wrong reasons, and you know that. And everybody can see through how shallow you are.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so.
Oh,
bro, we all have wanted to know if we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make sure I do everything in my power. I want this shit to work. Nobody wanted it as bad as me.
This man has lost it. The man has lost it.
If I may.
Yeah.
The wrong show. What I mean by that is they went through the process with this beautiful soul over here, all because you wanted someone that you wanted to fuck, not fall in love with.
I didn't even do that.
That's the point.
So if you think
do it how you say it,
Drag him.
Disrespectful. It's degrading to women, and beyond what was shown, we know about all the things that you said.
Yeah, that's a watered down version.
That was a very watered down version of the things you said behind your back, and I don't understand how you don't feel remorse. And you're honestly, look at how you're speaking. Every single person here has an issue with you. That says a lot about your character.
Oh!
That's all I'm gonna say.
that's what it's turned into, unfortunately.
Turned into.
It's not turning into it. It's a reality check for you, and
Boom.
you lack the self-awareness to even know that you're doing something.
Drag him!
It's not reacting to me. The fact that I ever respected you as a person, I'm mind blown. And I brought you to my family. I've never done that. For my dad and my mom to sit there and watch you say.
Alright, so that Love is Blind reunion, guys, was chaos. Absolute chaos. Abisheik was literally it was Abisheik versus everyone at one point. Chaos. Hey guys, it's Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back at it again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button. It is daily and consistent content, and let's get straight into this video. Now, before we really get into Abisheik, let's get into Miss Shayna. Do you understand? Because my girl Shayna wanted to, first and foremost, the girl needs glasses, because I feel like she's always squinting her eyes, can't see the people that are opposite to her, finds them too far away. Get some glasses. She probably already wears glasses. Wear them. I don't know why she wasn't. I don't know. But I do think that she was pulling off a particular trait that a lot of people like to do before confrontation. And they like to take ownership. And they take it so quickly before you can get your edge away and say anything, so that you can avoid being, burned by your actions, and, reduce any accountability by quickly taking, accountability. You reduce, not reduce accountability, sorry. You reduce you basically minimize getting burned for your actions and how they hurt somebody, because you've owned it, because you've taken accountability. And it's more so the timing of it. Taking accountability before is an issue. And the way that Shayna was doing that with Natalie, with Kyle, she was, in my eyes, I do see her to be very, very, probably on the same level as Abisheik. I don't think Abisheik is the only one who is a villain. I feel like she was a villain. Because for her to really come into the whole situation with Natalie and Shane, and literally sit with Shane and say that, you know what, this is a fraudulent relationship, is a very bad thing. And I don't think that she received enough scolding at all in comparison, because she ran around and she said sorry and took ownership. She played the card different than Abisheik. Abisheik was too dumb to do that, because now that she's done that, they can't technically be mad at her. Me, I will still be mad at you and be like, listen, you can own it as quickly as you can so I don't burn you, but I'm still going to do that. There are a lot of people that do that on and off reality TV that I've seen. It's like a tactic that they think that they use and they'll get away with it. And it's like, you won't get away with it. You really won't. Abisheik really beefing everybody, I think, was insane. I think it got a little bit out of hand. I'm glad that I've slept on it and now that we can discuss it. But I do think it got out of hand, and it was a little bit, not structure. He does not need to be beefing the hosts. Like, he does not need to be beefing the hosts at all. I don't know what was going on with that moment. Like, I have really had not. This guy kept interjecting, kept interrupting, and everybody was sick of this man. I actually don't mind Abisheik. Now, when I explain this whole situation, I'm coming from a production perspective. I don't think that, you know, we need people like him who are not afraid to be himself when he knows that he's like a bad person or whatever. Like, we need stuff like that for our entertainment. And I think he definitely entertained and wasn't afraid to be a fool, because that is what he is. He is a fool. Now, unfortunately, he did that at somebody else's expense, and that is Deepti. And, you know, kind of wasted her time continuously throughout the show, lied and, you know, degrades women in such a way. But that's how a lot of men are. That's how a lot of Asian men are. That's how a lot of Indian men are. Men are like that. Especially like Abisheik. There's millions of guys like that out there like that constantly degrade. And if you specifically want a certain type of a girl, why are you going on a show where you can't see that? Where you're blind to that? Literally. Screaming about love is blurry. No. What are you talking about? You came on the wrong show and you wasted somebody's time. Like, the fact that he was interrupting every single person, I was thinking, this guy has lost his marbles. He has lost it. What are you doing? No self-awareness of how bad he comes across, and he thinks that he's a villain or that everybody hates him. You know, and it's more so not about everybody hating you, but why everybody's hating you. Can you see that? Do you have that clarity? Do you have that self-awareness? No, you don't. And I think that for a lot of people is interesting, because he, you know, has zero self-awareness about how he comes across. I think it's scary. I genuinely think it's scary, and I feel sorry for Deepti, but I'm glad that everybody else can see it. I'm glad that everybody else was backing her up as well. I don't know what was going on with Shane in this episode. I feel like he's going through something. Or like, I don't know, he keeps looking down, keeps moving his body in a weird way, was not entertaining Shayna at all. And I think he wasn't like answering questions properly. He was avoiding it all. Maybe he must have just been very, very anxious. Maybe he takes something for his anxiety. Maybe he was on some white powder. I don't know what this man is on, but sometimes I feel like he's always on something to make him cope with situations, and it makes him come off worse. Salvador, I think, is somebody who knows his boundaries very well and isn't allowing anybody to disrespect him. And I like the fact that Jarrett apologized, because I feel like he needed to. It was a shady conversation. I like how they showed these private conversations in the midst of this experiment now in the reunion. I think the placement of these conversations, dropping them in the reunion whilst everybody is there, is perfect TV. That is where they've done it absolutely right when it comes to the reunion. I'm glad that we have a reality show that does a good reunion. And, you know, this was good to watch. Why? Because it wasn't too long. We're not getting 3-4 parts. Do you understand? They're not stretching it out, and it wasn't too short. It was a perfect amount of TV for reunion, and we got through what we needed to get through. So I'm glad. Very much glad. Natalie crying and getting emotional, I feel sorry for her, but I feel like, you know, I don't think he is the man for her if that is how he speaks to her when they have minor arguments, because it's only going to be the beginning. So it's an absolute shame, and they obviously tried it out and it still just didn't work. It just simply didn't work. I'm happy for Danielle and Nick, Jarrett and Ayana. I just didn't think that Danielle and Nick would work. Nick, the thing with Nick that is kind of irritating me, how would I get into this now and say this? We're not trying to be rude, but I sometimes get the vibe that this guy is a bitch boy, and it irks me. Like, he's very quick to talk about the girls and the issues they're having with guys and stuff like that, and it's like, you know what, just worry about your wife. Do you understand? Just worry about your wife, stay out of the woman's business. Like, I feel like he likes to be that husband who wants to be in the woman's business, and I just feel like you need to stop with all that, because it doesn't make any sense. Jarrett having beef with Abisheik as well was hilarious to see, because clearly he was very irritated with him. Nobody was getting through to Abisheik, and I feel like everybody was trying to tell him, and he just wasn't understanding. And I feel like there's a point of no return. There's no point even trying to do so, because you're not going to get anything out of it. But I think the host made a very good point about Abisheik, where, you know, what if your wife gets into an accident? What if she gains weight because she's depressed, and then you don't like them, and then stuff like this, and it just grows bigger? You know, you have to deal with these things. But my guy is 32 years old. What is he going to deal with? What therapy is he going to go through? What is he going to change? Absolutely nothing. There are so many Asian men out there like Abisheik, guys. I'm not surprised by someone like him, to be honest with you. Anyways, let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. That was the win. That scared the hell out of me. Reunion, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know I'm behind on Love is Blind. I know I was. I'm so sorry. This reunion, I believe, came out yesterday, so I'm not too behind when it comes to this. But Love is Blind, I'm just plugging in as much content as I can for this week. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button. It is daily and consistent content. And I will catch you guys soon for another video.